Hello again. Welcome back to Sounds Like Canada, CBC Radio One, Sirius Satellite Radio 137. I'm Sheila Rogers. Coming up in this half hour, the singer-songwriter Amy Skye. In the past 10 years, her name, her music have been everywhere on the Canadian airwaves, all over the radio, both with a string of hits Amy's recorded herself and a succession of songs covered by some of the great artists of our times. She's been nominated for Juno's East and West Coast Music Awards. She recently produced Olivia Newton-John's latest CD called Grace and Gratitude. Amy's latest CD is called Life Lessons, and it's a compilation of her greatest hits from the past decade. We're going to talk in a moment, but from that album, here is Amy Skye and Till You Love Somebody. Till You Love Somebody, Amy Skye, and that's from her greatest hits CD called Life Lessons, and it's new, and Amy Skye is with me in Toronto. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm excellent this rainy morning.
You are excellent. It's very nice to know that you're excellent.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. That song's a big hit. And in the liner notes, you quote Marianne Williamson, "We're not held back by the love we didn't receive in the past, but by the love we're not extending in the present." What did you see in those words?
Well, I wrote that song many years ago, and hadn't been married that long when I wrote it, I guess, and just was thinking about the leap of faith that we all take when we decide to commit to one person in life, and what you're saying is that I believe that we can make this work, and it's a big step.
It is a big step. How's it been?
Well, it's worked out all right for me. Gosh, Mark and we just been together for 20 years. I can't believe that I can say that. Yeah.
This is the singer-songwriter Mark Jordan. He's
yes.
Wonderful. I love the fact that the liner notes quote, like, not only Marianne Williamson, but you've got Maya Angelou. You have Friedrich Nietzsche, for heaven's sake. I mean, really, how many pop albums quote him? Not many.
I take a lot of inspiration from writers. I think that the pop song is a deceptively simple art form, and you can really pack a lot of wisdom and thinking in there, especially if you're borrowing from the greats, walking with the masters.
Mm. But what you have to do for the pop song in order for it to be popular is to make it simple. I don't mean easy, but it's got to be understood, and you've got to have the hook and everything.
Yes, absolutely. You have to really distill to make it come across. But I think of pop songs as little sort of time-release vitamins. You could take them and they go down easy, but if they're well done, then they sort of expand into something that's really good for you.
How does your sense of philosophy fit in with your writing?
Well, I definitely have a point of view when I'm writing songs. I have a philosophy about the way we process information, and I've chosen, and it's not been the easiest thing to do, but I've sort of consciously always chosen to try and write songs with a positive point of view. It is so much easier to complain in a song. It's so much easier to be angry and tragic. And, life is tough and hands us a lot of stuff to be angry and tragic about. But I never like to, use that as the end of where I'm going. I like to use, pain and challenges as the start of what I want to write about, and try and find the nugget of wisdom that's always there in every life lesson. That's one of the reasons I called the album Life Lessons.
I wanted to ask you about the title. How revealing is this CD?
Well, it's a collection of my most popular, certainly popular radio songs for the past 10 years. And I am really, really pleased that those particular songs are really also, sometimes your greatest hits are, people are like, oh yeah, but those aren't the good songs on the record, The good songs never made it to the radio. And I'm pleased that most of those songs really are my personal favorites as well. And I always try and dig around into what's happening in life when I write a song, and try and shed some light on it. Try and come up with an insight, and I hope people find that I'm shedding some light on things.
As you look back at these songs and you look back at the lyrics, you're older, you're wiser. Do the lyrics strike you somehow as different or deeper now that you've had more experience?
That's an interesting question. I think a lot of writers find that sometimes you write a song reflective upon what you're going through, and it sometimes is eerily sort of prescient of stuff that's going to come down the pipe, and that you may be tugging at a thread when you're writing that is actually part of a much larger tapestry that you don't see till later on. And I think on the Greatest Hits collection, certainly most of those songs I don't listen to and go, what was I thinking? I go, yeah, they've kind of stood the test of time. Certainly from the writing point of view, as I was listening to the production of Tell You Love Somebody, I was going, yeah, that sounds really 1996, which is, it's okay, but it's studio, we've made a lot, like, for instance, back then nobody used what's called auto-tune. So what you're hearing is all those kind of slightly out-of-tune notes, which is great. It's just a style,
Yeah, it gives it a human quality, I think, too, though, Yeah. I love the idea of tugging at a thread that's part of a much larger tapestry. In fact, if you don't write a song called Tugging at a Thread, something's wrong with the universe. But I want to play another song from Life Lessons. I want to play I Will Take Care of You. And this was inspired by your son Ezra. And you put in the notes, and his teddy bear. Do you want to tell me a bit about this song?
Okay, well, I have to correct you because I think the Ezra song is Ordinary Miracles, and I have to correct you because if my kids are listening, they'll be mad. Because
Please correct me.
I Will Take Care of You. If we're going to play I Will Take Care of You, that was actually by my first child, our first child, Zoe, who was born on my birthday on September 24th. And then the one you're talking about, Ezra, was, of course, on my next record. Since I'd written a song for my daughter, I had to write one for my son because...
Got the notes confused. Yeah, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I Will Take Care of You.
Yes.
Okay, shall we play it?
Sure.
On a September afternoon in 1961, a baby girl's first cry rang out. A new life had begun.